Hello, it's me again. This time, the character I'm going to introduce is a character that many people have requested, and even in the character poll, there were a lot of requests for this character, so I will introduce him with a sincere and strong attitude. After getting to know Andy, you have many thoughts, but ultimately, only the strong characters survived while the weak ones perished. That was the conclusion. One of Andy's characteristics is that he has the worst defense among the characters, and as a result, he is extremely vulnerable to direct attacks. But still, I can't ignore him because Andy's new firepower is really amazing. It may look like a combo demo, but if you follow it, it's actually top tier. It was a close match, but all the weak characters died, and only the strong players were left, so that's how it ended. I didn't like it, but it's still originally used for scoring in tournaments. If you can cut it like this, how good would it be? It's a move that pushes the opponent away, even if they are just a little bit close. Blocking with the right character minimizes risk. This basic move is rarely used in real matches. If you guard against the basic close range A, you'll be at -1 frame. It has the shortest guard stun in the game, so there's no real problem with it, but if the opponent doesn't get close, you can't use it. It's possible for Pusel, but Andy has many better ways to hit. The motion frame is the same as long range A and long range B. However, this move is easier to counter than to block. The attack's hitbox is shaped a little higher. So, compared to A, you can cut off jump rushes a little more reliably. But just like that, it doesn't come out as quickly as Andy's. Even if the opponent's judgment is a little off. I'm Andy, so I still get hit, Andy. NEN excels at building meter with kicks, but lacks a standard character's combo ability. If you use it well, it's a trap that makes the opponent miss for real. If you use the close range trap, you can press +2 or guard 0 frames to keep your distance, block, and then counterattack with a psychological battle. It's also possible to cancel, and Andy can use it as a useful option to pressure the opponent when they're trying to escape quickly, or to mix up with things like guard breaks. This allows you to pressure your opponent in a predictive way, just like in the old days. If you look at it properly, you'll see. Since it's effective, it's good to use it often. This is Andy's main counterattack, the original 100. At first glance, it may look slow, but in actual gameplay, it's a very fast counterattack. It's quite fast compared to expectations. If you want to keep your distance safely, you can use this move to poke from far away and control most of the space. Andy's close range pressure is basically built around using this move. You can cancel into a special move during the second hit. The speed of the move is also effective, making it a good frame trap when used with close 100. It can be linked with a dash, but it's not stable if you try to connect it after the second hit. There are times when it works and times when it doesn't, so it's not reliable as a little trick or special technique. This is a standard long-range poke without unique properties or knockback. At first glance, it looks like a basic attack with decent tracking, but the activation frame is so slow that it's practically useless for zoning or poking. Despite its appearance, it's not an effective zoning tool like a Hadouken due to its slower startup frame of 7 to 10, which is slower than most jump-in attacks. So it's only really useful for countering attacks, or when you want to press the attack button without worrying about getting hit. Since it's slower than a regular projectile like a fireball, it's not very effective. As for the standing 500, it doesn't even have any invincibility frames. Without a compelling reason to play, people eventually quit the game, regardless of its balance or lack thereof. Even if you land Leori's move at close range, its slow startup makes it hard to connect, so it's rarely used. It's called a projectile, but it's a very slow basic move, not even a real projectile. Along with close B and crouching guard, it's a basic move that doesn't give frame advantage on hit and +2 guard. You can also use it as a combo starter, and you can cancel it into a special move from here as well. This is a counter to Iori. When used against characters like Kyo and Kim, Andy will get hit up to 3 times, even if you only press A. A weak exchange is just a trade, so you need to divide it. A strong exchange can be cut and countered, so you can add more hits. If the opponent has poor blocking, you can follow up with B. If you use Andy, this is the basic move you'll use the most, the standing B. It has excellent reach and range, and it recovers quite quickly after being blocked. Unlike standing A, it can be linked directly as a special move even if you cancel it. And when you hit, you can combo all the way up to a grab, which is a big advantage. Even though this combo is used a lot, it's not that hard to participate in, and the damage is pretty decent. Other characters have a hard time comboing after a throw or a hit, but Andy can do it. You can link combos in quick succession, and the damage is good, but even if you guard, there's no risk for Chris. His grab's main strength is its significant damage advantage. Choi's defense is weaker than Andy's, and if you look at the damage of the same grab B, you can see that Andy's is much stronger. If the opponent is close, you can safely use grab 100 as a counterattack. Aerial attacks can be mixed with basic moves to pressure your opponent with quick strikes, as it's possible to attack mid-air. By breaking down the opponent like this, you can apply pressure, but it feels like the guard crush rate is lower than you might expect. After trying it a few times, you can see that the opponent's guard gets broken pretty quickly. Even though I'm attacking pretty leisurely like this, just poking around, the guard gauge fills up fast, so it's actually quite effective. Finish quickly to minimize the risk of being counterattacked. Maintain constant pressure. Due to the slightly reduced chip damage effect, you can win by only using special moves if your opponent blocks until the end without you using basic attacks. Basic moves without anti-air properties are not effective. Among crouching basic moves, this one has the smallest hurt box, but if it doesn't have good attack range or cancel options, it's risky to use as a guard move, so it's a pretty risky basic move. You can use 500 for one direction and B for the other, but it's easier to just use B and then combo. It can be good if used boldly, but honestly, it's more of a gimmick. As for the basic usage, you can use this to knock down all the opponents. But honestly, it doesn't have any invincibility frames. If you use the counter well, it's powerful. If your opponent handles pressure well, you'll likely lose since you can't apply it until the end. It's not due to poor execution, but rather the strength of Andy's projectile. His basic projectile is a B-tier zoning tool. Even though his moves look flashy, his actual zoning ability is not that good. Well, that doesn't mean it's bad in every situation. It's good when your opponent is above you. Sooty Park-seo also seems to have made it by just rolling it from the beginning. It's a great jump for characters who are good at using projectiles. With precise timing, it's a very effective move against opponents who are careless. The hitbox judgment being completely below the attack judgment makes it difficult to find a move like Andy's Jump 100, where the hurtbox and hitbox don't overlap at all. However, Andy's Jump 100 does have a clear weakness. It can't cover the lower side. If your opponent knows about Andy's weakness, even if they just crouch and press B, Andy won't be able to use his Jump 100 effectively. Andy's basic air attack that covers the lower side is Jump 500. It can be used with both the command throw and the regular throw. The only drawback is that it can be blocked while crouching. It's a good anti-air move in most cases, but be cautious when using it while standing without a specific purpose, as it doesn't knock down. Even when used to check the opponent in neutral, it may not always connect properly. This is a move that Andy uses often. It's a special move that Andy uses independently, and it has invincibility during the middle of the move, so unless it's a grappling move, it's very effective as a risk-free option. When used as a cancel, it's considered a mid-attack. If used independently, precise timing is crucial to avoid punishment, even on hit. It's a move that requires careful execution. Used at close range, it can guard even after hitting. Canceling into a command move reliably connects into a 5-frame move per the technical specs. As a top 5-frame move, it's the gold standard of the 86 version, mainly used as a combo tool for characters. So if you don't deal with the real DP, you'll end up taking a hit and possibly losing the round. The move used with B was a true command move, but the one used with A is a unique move that functions as a counter special. It's a special move that can penetrate all guards, so it's very effective for confirming hits. Many see it as a special combo move, but also practice timing it after a crouch. This is a non-disclosure agreement. Non-disclosure agreement item. You may not know the exact distance, but that doesn't mean the reach is short. Normally, you use it right from your inventory, and when you use it strongly, you move forward a little. One interesting thing is that even if you block the opponent's weapon and only one attack line is left, if the weapon is destroyed, the shield will also disappear. Even if you use it as a counterattack in close range, it's not very effective. It's designed to be used as a projectile, but the recovery time is quite long, so it's too risky to use it as a projectile. It's basically a combo, or you can use it for finishing moves. When activated, it creates a large frame advantage, but the guard and attack judgments disappear, ending the frame advantage immediately, limiting its use to anti-aircraft situations. It's a technique that lets you show off your original intentions to your opponent. It's not good to use a sweep and then add a special move. Pressing A then B or 100 lets you guard while moving forward, useful for closing in on your opponent. Andy's Fireball is also a projectile attack. It's not just hard to use, and it's not just tricky to pull off, but you can keep your opponent cornered by continuously applying pressure and maintaining your guard until you push them into the corner. If used from the game's start, you can push your opponent into the corner. N's trademark, the wall pressure, is outstanding. Players who use fast hands and fast eyes often use it to push their opponents into the corner, but honestly, we're not that fast or that good. The wall pressure that you use for zoning is like the old house's folding screen. If you turn it around, it can be used for defense again. In a curveball style, you can use it for offense or defense, but it's even better when you use it differently. Are you okay? Strongly. If you use it, it just shows that you don't want to survive. Since you likely talk to Naioli often, keep it simple and use strong words to cut through and make your point. Andy's writing style is technical and refined, making it suitable for psychological tactics that are both safe and effective. As an additional tip, the uppercut and lower cut are divided, but the uppercut is a special move. The uppercut, and that's right, the lower cut is. With steady practice, you'll naturally use it in matches, which is great. But when you hit the ball, small players who don't have a strong grip might not be able to handle it well. These players should be careful. Now, if you use the techniques you learned earlier, you can block your opponent's attack with your body like a combo, and if you block it, you can immediately counterattack with a no-gauge move. The timing is challenging, but with practice, you can also block your opponent's reversal moves. Andy is stronger when he uses combos rather than relying on single hits. This is a combo where you break through with a single move, but the damage is not that great. Just breaking through with a single move is enough to deal deadly damage. So far, that's how it's been. Subscribe, like, and leave lots of comments so I can bring you more videos quickly.